Hi guys, today in my tutorial I would like to show you how to make the baby bib. In my tutorial I will use the crochet hook 3.5 mm soft yarn. You will be also need the one button and the yarn needle. Our bib, we need to start by making a magic ring, so we need to make a big loop. Then we need to make the small and then chain one. Into our big loop we need to work 14 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Now we can pull our tail a little bit. And into our first single crochet we need to make a slip stitch. Okay, so our row number 1 is done. Row number 2, chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3. This is our first double crochet, then chain of 1 as a chain 1 space. Into the next one stitch we need to work 1 double crochet, and then chain 1. And again into the next one stitch we need to work 1 double crochet, and then chain 1, and we need to repeat that pattern all the way around. In every one stitch we need to work 1 double crochet and then chain 1. So at the end of our second row we're supposed to have 14 double crochets and 14 one chain spaces. Our row number 2 we need to finish by making the last 1 double crochet and then chain 1, and we need to make a slip stitch into top of our chain 3. Then by making a slip stitch we need to go to the first chain 1 space, and then we need to make chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3. This is our first double crochet, and into the same chain 1 space we need to work 3 double crochet cluster. So we need to make only the first part of our double crochet, and we need to leave 2 loops on our hook. Then again we need to work another first part of the second double crochet, and when we've got 3 loops on our hook we need to pull the yarn for those 3 and chain 1. Now we need to make the chain of 2, 1 and 2, and we need to go to another chain 1 space, and we need to make another 3 double crochet cluster. So again, first part of our double crochet we need to leave 2 loops on our hook, first part of our second double crochet, now we've got 3 loops on our hook, and one more time first part of our third double crochet, and we've got 4 loops on our hook. We need to grab yarn and pull for all those 3, chain 1, and again chain of 2, and we need to make exactly the same into the next chain 1 space. first part of our double crochet, 2 loops on our hook, and now first part of our second double crochet, we've got 3 loops on our hook, and first part of our third double crochet, we've got 4 loops on our hook, and now we need to close our cluster by making chain 1, chain 2. Repeat that pattern all the way around, making 1 double crochet cluster in every chain 1 space. So at the end of our row 3 we're supposed to have 14 clusters and the 14 chain 2 spaces. At the end I've done my last one. Now we need to make the last chain 2 space, the last chain 2, and we need to make the slip stitch into top of our chain 3. Okay, now we need to start row number 4, chain 2, and then into the every chain 3 space, chain 2 space, we need to work 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we need to go to the next one chain 2 space and another 3 single crochets. And now again we are going to the next one and we need to make 3 single crochets, and we need to repeat that pattern all the way around, 3 single crochets in every chain 2 space. At the end of our row number 4 we need to make the slip stitch into our top of chain of 2, then chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3. That chain of 3 counts as our first double crochet. We need to skip the first one stitch, and into the second we need to make another double crochet. Now we need to make another chain of 2, 1 and 2, and another double crochet into the same stitch. Skips next one stitch, that one, and into the second one we need to work 1 double crochet, and now chain of 2 and double crochet into the same stitch. So we are making some kind of V stitches. And again skip the next one stitch, that one, and into the second one we need to work double crochet, then chain of 2, 1 and 2, and double crochet into the same stitch. And again skip the next one stitch, into the second double crochet, then chain of 2 and another double crochet into the same stitch. Repeat that pattern all the way around. At the end of our row 5 we need to make the last one double crochet into the same stitch as we've done the chain 3 space, and then we need to make the chain of 2 and slip stitch into the top of our chain 3. Now we need to make by making the single crochet we need to go to the first chain 2 space, and then into the same chain 2 space we need to work 2 more single crochets. We need to make another row, so row number 6, in every one chain 2 space we need to work 3 single crochets all the way around. 1, 2 and 3, and then we are going to the next one, chain 2 space, and we are making 3 single crochets. At the end of our row 6 we need to make the slip stitch into our first single crochet, and then we need to make chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. That will be our first double crochet, and now all the way around we need to work in every one stitch 1 double crochet, but we need to stop we need to skip the last 12 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So until that stitch all the way around we need to work 1 double crochet in every one stitch. So we're supposed to have 51 double crochets until that one stitch. Skip the last 12 stitches. So my work at the moment looks like that. So at the end of row number 7, this is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, we need to make the chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we need to start row number 8. Now we've got chain of 3 is counts as our first double crochet, and now into the same stitch we need to work 1 more double crochet. Then for the next 4 stitches we need to work 1 double crochet in every one stitch, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and into the 5th stitch we need to work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and again we need to repeat that pattern into the next 4 double crochets. Into the next 4 stitches we need to work 1 double crochet in every one stitch, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and into the 5th we need to work another 2 double crochet in one stitch, 1 and 2. And again into the next 4 stitches we need to work 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then into the 5th we need to work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So we need to repeat that pattern all the way across to the last one stitch, so to the our last one double crochet. At the end of our row number 8, the last 2 double crochets we're supposed to make in our turning chain, and we should have 62 double crochets in total. And now we need to make the chain of 3 is counts as our first double crochet, and now 11 times we need to repeat that pattern by making the 4 double crochets in next, so 1 double crochets in one stitch for the next 4 stitches, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then into the 5th stitch we need to make 2 double crochets in one stitch. So now actually we've done chain of 3 and then 4 double crochets. So at the front we have 5 double crochets and then 2 double crochets into the one stitch, and now we need to make the 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches again. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and into the 5th stitch again we need to make 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And now we made our pattern 2 times, 4 double crochets in and then 2 double crochets in one stitch, 4 double stitches with 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets in one stitch. And now that pattern we need to repeat 9 more times, and then we're supposed to, at the end, we're supposed to have the last 6 stitches, and then into the last 6 stitches we need to work 1 double crochet. I will show you how it looks like at the end of that row. Okay, I am nearly at the end of my row, so I've done the last 2 double crochets in one stitch and I've got 6 stitches left. So in the last 6 stitches we need to work 1 double crochet, and working in this way, at the end of our row number 9 we're supposed to have 73 double crochets in total. So I done 4, 5 and 6 we need to make into our turning chain. Okay, now we will work on the row number 10, chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, that is our first double crochet, and now into the next 2 stitches we need to work 1 double crochet, 1 and 2, and from the next 1 stitch we will work on our pattern. So into the next 5 stitches we need to work 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then into the 6th stitch we need to work 2 double crochets in one stitch, and again next 5 stitches with only 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and into the 6th one we need to make 2 double crochets. So repeat that pattern all the way across until you reach the end of our work. At the end of our row number 10, when we've done the last 2 double crochets, you're supposed to have 4 stitches left, and until now 81 double crochets. So now we need to make to the last 4 stitches 1 double crochet in every one stitch. So at the end of our row we're supposed to have 85 double crochets. Okay, so now we need to start the next one row, chain of 2, that will be counted as our first single crochet, and then we need to turn our work. We need to skip the first 2 stitches, so first and second, and into the third one we start working on our shell. So we need to start work 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then we need to skip the next 2 stitches, and into the third one we need to work 1 single crochet. So our first shell is done, and again we need to skip the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third one we need to work again 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and skip the next 2 stitches, into the third one work 1 single crochet, and again skip next 2 stitches, into the third one we need to make another shell, so 7 double crochets, and we need to repeat that pattern all the way across. At the end of my row, instead of making the single crochet into the last one stitch, I've just made double crochet to keep it more straight. And then we need to make the chain of 48. I've done it already. And then into the fourth chain from our hook, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, we need to make double crochet. And then all the way across in every one chain we need to work double crochet to the end. At the end of that row we need to make the slip stitch into the same stitch as we've done the first, the last one double crochet. Okay, so at the moment our work will be looks like that, and now we need to turn our work a little bit, and for the next 34 stitches we need to start on the first one, we need to work 1 single crochet. In this row we will work on our buttonholes, so make the 34 single crochet and then I will show you what we need to make next. Okay, I've done my 34 single crochets, so now we need to make a chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3. We need to skip the next 3 stitches and into the fourth one, 1, 2, 3, so into the fourth we need to work another single crochet. Then into the next 2 stitches we need to work the single crochet as well, 1 and 2, so we've done 3 single crochets, and again chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and then to the end we need to work single crochet, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so our row is actually done. So now chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, that will be our first double crochet. We need to turn our work into the next stitches. We need to make 1 double crochet, 1, 2, And now into our chain free space we need to work 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Now into the next 3 stitches 1 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and again into our chain free space we need to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and now in every one stitch to the end of that row we need to work 1 double crochet. So we've done 2 buttonholes. Okay, now at the end of that our row we need to make the slip stitch into our space between the last 2 double crochets from the second into the third row from our end of the bib. So that is the first, second and the third. And now we need to fasten off and cut our yarn. So actually our bib is already done. One more thing what we need to do, that we need to add our button, and it's done. Thank you for watching and please subscribe.